Welcome to Timeless Sparks, where literature, history, and truth come alive. Today, we turn the pages of a novel that is both spare and deeply haunting, God Help the Child, by Nobel laureate Toni Morrison. If you've ever wondered how the shadows of childhood can stretch across a lifetime, or what it means to hold wounds that others can't see, this is your story. What happens when childhood wounds carve paths into adulthood? In God Help the Child, Toni Morrison weaves pain, beauty, and the secret history of memory into a tale that is as aching as it is alive. Morrison's last novel asks, what do we do with the scars we carry long after they've healed? Let's take a closer look. Published in 2015, God Help the Child was Morrison's final gift to literature, a slim novel that reverberates with the depth of 1,000 pages. At its center is Bride, an extraordinarily beautiful woman whose blue-black skin was, in her mother's eyes, a source of shame. The mother, Sweetness, believed that the world would never be kind to someone so dark, and so she withheld love, thinking it would harden her daughter and make her strong. But what does it cost a child to be denied affection by those who are meant to protect you? From the opening line, "It's not my fault, so you can't blame me," the reader is drawn into a story that blurs the boundaries between blame and pain, fate and choice. Bride spends her life trying to fill the void her mother left behind, pouring herself into a glamorous career in beauty and fashion. Yet the surface is fragile, a polished mask hiding the wounds beneath. But Bride's story is not the only one stained by the past. Morrison expands her lens, introducing us to Booker, Bride's lover, a man driven by secret grief over his brother's murder. He chooses silence as armor, slipping away from Bride just when she reaches for him. There is Sophia, a teacher imprisoned for a crime she did not commit, carrying her own burden of silence and injustice. Each character is marked by childhood, by moments that linger, ferment, and sometimes erupt. Morrison calls it the chokehold of the past. These are adults trapped by histories they never asked for. God Help the Child is concerned not just with race, but with the granularity of pain, the difference between what wounds us and what we do with the wound. Morrison's prose is sharp, poetic, sometimes sparse, almost to the bone, but every sentence lands with a hush or a resonance that cannot be ignored. She gives us both the wound and the whisper that follows. Narrative time shifts, voices change. We are slipped into the minds of mothers, lovers, victims, and survivors. No one is left untouched. The lines between abuser and abused, between sinner and sinned against, blur until all that remains is the question: can love alone heal wounds we refuse to name? Morrison doesn't offer easy answers or clean redemption. Sweetness's logic is warped, but there is no villain here, only people struggling with the legacies they inherited. The result is discomforting, honest, and utterly necessary. Why does this matter now? Because God Help the Child is a mirror, reflecting our fractured world back at us. It probes the ongoing struggles with colorism, generational trauma, emotional neglect, and the elaborate masks we wear to survive. In an era of unhealed wounds and systemic injustice, Morrison dares us to listen, to the silence between words, to the stories never told. What you do to the young matters, Morrison reminds us. They may never forget. If you've not yet opened the pages of God Help the Child, let this be your invitation. Its storm is quiet, but it lingers longer than thunder. Morrison's bookshelf is full of revolutions: The Bluest Eye, Sula, beloved, each one peeling the hush from memory, beauty, and Black womanhood. Literature is not only an escape, it's empathy, it's insight, it's revolution. Thank you for spending this time with Timeless Sparks. If this story touched you, share it, leave your thoughts below, and join us on more journeys through stories that matter. Until next time, read deeply, think critically, and keep curiosity alive.